Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at some McNees knives with the Mac 2 as well as the AutoMac. So I gotta say I do like their box design. Getting it open here, you got some goodie swag in there. And of course, the knife itself. I really like the look of this one. I'll bring out a bunch of their different versions here in a bit, and you'll see all of the different flavors of handle variations that they offer. But with the Mac 2, let's go ahead and start up at the blade. I really love that worn finish on there, and that's the case across all of their blades. These are running in CPM MagnaCut, heat treated to about 63 or 64 HRC, so just an excellent EDC blade steel. And then I wanted to go ahead and bring in a ruler here so we can check out the length. You can see that blade is right at about 3.5 inches. You get right at about 3.5 inches of cutting edge. And then overall, we're just shy of 8 inches at about 7 3/4. I do want to go ahead and bring in one of the AutoMacs here to show you that it is the same length, but I do want to talk about some differences with the blade. So it might be hard to see, but I'll do a close-up shot to show you the difference. You can see how the swedge changes up top, and it's a lot shorter on the AutoMac, and that's because on the Mac 2, the non-auto, it is a flat grind, but on the AutoMac, it is actually a hollow grind. So that's an interesting difference. And then also you do lose just a little bit of cutting edge down there due to that mechanism as well. So just thought I'd mention that. And then moving down to the handle, you can see that this is 2 slabs of titanium, and this has what they're calling a cracked earth finish on it. I really like the look of it. So closing it up here, you can see it is a frame lock. It does not have a steel lock face insert, which I wasn't sure about when I first put hands on it, but I'm not getting any stick or anything like that at all. It feels great, rock solid. I'm very impressed by it. And while we're talking about that, I'll go ahead and mention, you can see up on the blade, it says the McNees PM. Now what that stands for is performance machined. So this is one of their mid-tech lines, so like a semi-custom. McNees has been doing customs for a long time, but these are a great way to kind of cut down on the cost. Now don't get me wrong, these are still premium materials, and it is custom hand fit and finished at the end. So outsourced to other places in the US for some of the machining and manufacturing, but then the fit and finish of the lock bar and detent and pivot, all of that is hand done at McNees shop in Alabama. So that way you know you're still getting a premium fit and finished product. And they are very small batch productions, so they can be kind of hard to find at times. But moving on, so let's talk more about that pivot that we were just mentioning. It is a Delrin caged ceramic bearing system there now. So you get incredibly smooth action. It feels fantastic. If I move that out of the way, that is pretty drop shutty, which is awesome for a frame lock. You do get full titanium hardware on those pivots, screws, and that pocket clip. And that clip is single position only, right hand tip up carry. And as you can see, it is not deep carry, but I actually do like the look of it, and it feels great in the pocket too. Now next, I wanted to go ahead and bring out just a bunch of the different options here. I'm not going to talk about them too long, but just to show you that he does a bit of everything. So you've got inlays, you've got just extra machining, plain Jane with cool anodizations, graphics, and of course those more intricate patterns as well. And moving those back off here. I will say another key difference between the Mac 2 and the AutoMac is that all of the Mac 2s are those titanium frame locks, but the AutoMac is actually aluminum. You do still get tie hardware, tie clip, but the handle is aluminum, so it's a lot lighter. And to show you what I mean, let's bring in a scale here. Zero that out. For the titanium one, this is a non-inlay. We're at about 4.4 to 4.5 ounces. For an inlay, be looking at a little bit lighter, 4.3. And then for the aluminum variant, you're looking under 4 ounces at about 3.5. So that is quite a drop in weight. And I do gotta say, that auto just snaps so hard and reminds me a lot of Protex autos. So I wanted to bring in a CQC7 here just to give you a quick size comparison. And then I wanted to do some size comparisons for the Mac 2 as well. And I figured that if you're in that market looking for a titanium frame lock in the north of $500 price point, you'd probably like to see it next to some of its competition. So here it is next to a Spartan Harsey folder. So you can see it is quite a bit shorter, but a tad wider. If I flip it onto the spine, you'll see that they're very comparable. And then, of course, a Chris Reeve large Sabenza. This is a little bit closer, but still a bit shorter. But honestly, if you're comparing cutting edge, not too far off. And again, on the spine, this is actually a bit wider than the Sabenza. So just a couple of quick comparisons there for you. I gotta say, it's been a while since I've handled a McNees, and these are really scratching an itch I didn't know that I had. So if you've been looking to upgrade your EDC and like the look of McNees knives and want to test one out for yourself, I truly can't recommend these enough. And I gotta say, the more that I look at it, and after handling it more, this like inlay Richlight one is just screaming my name. But at the same time, like, I'm not the biggest auto guy, but that is such a satisfying auto. That just snaps so hard, but it also doesn't like bounce off of the stop pin either. The fit and finish is just impeccable. And the autos also come in over like $100 cheaper, so that's pretty cool too. So that's enough of my yapping. I'd love to know your thoughts on these McNees in the comments below. Be sure to let me know if you have one or plan on getting one. As always, if you want to pick one up for yourself or just check out more specs and information on them, those links are in the description box below. They'll take you on over to GPKNIVES.com. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and stay sharp.